Thank you for visiting my channel. Before we start, please hit the subscribe, like, and share buttons to receive notification of future presentations. Our topic for discussion is Writ ab Kalikasan. Nature of the writ. The writ is a remedy available to a natural or juridical person, entity authorized by law, people's organization, non-governmental organization, or any public interest group accredited by or registered with any government agency on behalf of persons whose constitutional right to a balanced and healthful ecology is violated or threatened with violation by an unlawful act or omission of a public official or employee or private or individual or entity involving environmental damage of such magnitude as to prejudice the life, health, or property of inhabitants in two or more cities or provinces. The writ of kalikasan is a special legal remedy under Philippine environmental law designed to protect the constitutional right to a balanced and healthful ecology under Article 2, Section 16 of the 1987 Constitution, which says, "The state shall protect and advance the right of the people to a balanced and healthful ecology in accord with the rhythm and harmony of nature." It is governed by Rule 7 of the Rules of Procedure for Environmental Cases, AM number 09-6-8-SC, which took effect on April 29, 2010. What is the purpose of the writ? The writ aims to prevent or stop acts that, number one, threaten or violate the right to a balanced and healthful ecology, and two, involve environmental damage of such magnitude as to prejudice the life, health, or property of inhabitants in two or more cities or provinces. Who may file? The petition may be filed by 1. A natural or juridical person, 2. People's organization, 3. Non-governmental organization, or 4. Any public interest group accredited by or registered with any government agency. There is no need to show direct personal injury unlike in ordinary civil suits, recognizing the principle of intergenerational responsibility. Where to file? It may be filed with either the Supreme Court or the Court of Appeals, which has jurisdiction nationwide. Contents of the petition. The petition must contain 1. The personal circumstances of the petitioner or petitioners, 2. The respondent's identity, 3. The specific act or omission alleged to violate the right to a balanced and healthful ecology, 4. The environmental law, rule, or regulation violated, 5. The magnitude of damage involved, and 6. The relief or reliefs prayed for. Supporting evidence such as affidavits, documents, and scientific studies may be attached. What are the reliefs that may be granted? The court may 1. Issue the writ of kalikasan, compelling the respondent to cease and desist from the harmful activity. 2. Direct the respondent to rehabilitate, restore, or monitor the affected environment. And 3. Order the public disclosure of relevant environmental information. The court may also refer the case to mediation or require periodic compliance reports. Summary. Legal basis is AM number 09-6-8-SC, Rule 7, filed by any person or group, no need for direct injury, filed against public or private entities violating environmental rights, filed in CA or SC, goal to stop large-scale environmental harm and protect public health, ecology. Question. Can the writ be issued against foreign entities? Answer. Yes, a writ of kalikasan may be issued against foreign entities, but with important limitations based on the doctrine of state immunity from suit. The writ of kalikasan is available against any public official, private individual, or entity, regardless of nationality, that unlawfully violates or threatens to violate the constitutional right to a balanced and healthful ecology. So, foreign corporations or individuals that cause environmental damage within Philippine territory can be proper respondents. Limitation, sovereign immunity. Foreign states or their instrumentalities acting in a sovereign capacity or jure imperii are immune from Philippine jurisdiction. This means if the environmental damage is caused by a foreign government's warship, naval exercise, or official military operation or acts jure imperii, they are immune. But if caused by a foreign private company such as an oil tanker or private shipping line, acts jure gestionis, they are not immune and can be held liable under the writ. The writ of kalikasan covers foreign private entities that cause environmental damage in the Philippines, but it cannot be enforced against foreign governments or their agents performing sovereign functions because of the doctrine of state immunity from suit. Jure imperii refers to acts performed by a state in the exercise of its sovereign authority or governmental functions. These include activities that are inherently public in character, such as military operations, diplomatic actions, enforcement of laws, and regulations of state affairs. Under the doctrine of state immunity from suit, a foreign government cannot be hailed before Philippine courts for acts done jure imperii absent its express consent, since such acts are deemed manifestations of sovereignty and are protected by the principle of equality among states, or par in parem non habet imperium. Meanwhile, jure gestionis refers to acts performed by a state in its private or commercial capacity outside the sphere of sovereign authority. These include activities that may be undertaken by private individuals or corporations, such as trade, shipping, leasing of property, or other profit-oriented transactions. When a state or its instrumentality engages in acts jure gestionis, it is deemed to have descended to the level of a private person and, consequently, is not entitled to invoke state immunity from suit, as such acts are considered proprietary rather than sovereign in nature. Illustrative cases: Arrigo versus Swift, GR number 206510, September 16, 2014. In this case, the Supreme Court dismissed a writ of kalikasan against U.S. Navy officials for grounding the USS Guardian at Tubataha Reef, ruling that the U.S. Navy enjoyed sovereign immunity as the act was a sovereign one. Another case is Resident Marine Mammals versus Reyes, JR number 180771, April 21, 2015. In this case, the court emphasized that jurisdiction extends over foreign corporations causing environmental harm within the Philippine territory unless they are acting as sovereign agents. The following are other cases involving writ of kalikasan. In summary, the writ of kalikasan has been applied most successfully in cases involving national-scale environmental harm like oil exploration, pipelines, etc., and has been denied in cases where petitioners failed to establish magnitude or administrative processes were not yet exhausted and respondents enjoyed sovereign immunity. Thank you. If you find this presentation helpful, please subscribe to receive notification of future lectures.